Yo, what's up? This is the American Dream, and you're here locked in with Cashflow TV.
What's good, world? It's your main man, DJ Cashflow, Cashflow TV. I'm standing next to the Grammy Award-winning R&B producer, not just R&B, because he does all genres. Is that correct?
We do everything. We do everything here.
My man, The Dream. What's good, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling
right.
awesome, exciting. Drove down the road from my hometown, Atlanta.
Yeah,
Come check out.
straight from the west side,
Yes,
ATL.
yeah, West Side.
Bankhead all day.
Bankhead, Baker Road.
A lot of people don't realize that. You know,
I keep hearing that now. Like, everybody's
Yeah.
like, man, we thought you was from. I'm like, really?
Why you think that is, though?
My accent isn't super strong.
Right?
So that probably has a lot to do with it. And my grandfather probably changed that based on him putting me in private school, like the first 3 years.
Right.
And so I went to public school probably starting in third grade.
Okay.
So that probably had a lot to do with my accent.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never thought about it until recently. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Because a lot of people like...
But I'm still Bankhead, shot, you know what I'm saying?
West side, hey, all day. So, man, tell me what you've been up to, man. It's like you've been off the scene for a little bit, and now you back. You know, what you been up to?
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I was in my last album was Foreplay, and that was the last album under contract with Def Jam.
Okay.
So you can't immediately go and just put something out. There's a
Right.
little thing in the contract, a stipulation that you have to wait a certain amount of months.
Okay.
So it was that, but I haven't really been off the scene. I mean, I did like seven records on the Beyonce new album,
Oh, okay.
including Flawless and XO.
Yeah.
I did Holy Grail within that time with Jay.
Okay.
So I've been around like just in a different capacity. Though.
Right. Working.
So yeah, just
Putting that
yeah,
work
man.
in.
You know what I'm saying? Got to build that publishing catalog.
Right, so, now let's go back a little bit, because I know you started out with Raheem the Dream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wonder, how did you link up with Raheem back then?
Oh man, I forgot exactly how it happened. I just remember him signing a group that I was signed to, that I was in at the time,
Right.
called Pandemonium.
Okay.
And so we did the whole group thing. Of course, the group disassembled. But I think I did another record with Raheem for myself personally that I was on. I forget the name of it now. It's been so long ago.
Okay.
But yeah, he kind of gave me my first start.
Right.
You know.
He gave a lot of people their first start. People don't really know
Oh
that.
yeah,
but
he was
Raheem
was
like
like definitely a pioneer.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And he wasn't even in that VH1 special, but that's a whole nother story. We're gonna get into that, because
What?
you wasn't. You did see the VH1 special with ATL? You
No,
didn't
but
see
I
that?
heard about it. But
Yeah.
he wasn't in it.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's crazy.
You wasn't in it either.
Yeah. Well, I'm too young to be in it. I just got my money. My money
Okay.
fresh. You know what I'm saying? They just dropped mine off from the Treasury Department, so I'm good.
And the checks is coming in too. So how'd you hook up with Tricky? Because you and Tricky been banging out a lot of stuff lately, man.
Well,
How did y'all link up?
Well, me and Trick was in the city, of course, working under the tutelage of L.A. Reid.
Right.
At the time, it was Dallas Austin and Jermaine Dupri kind of ran the production scene from that standpoint.
Right.
So in the 90s is when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And coming into my own. So I knew of those guys. Tricky was from Chicago originally, and he moved down. And I was able to meet him and kind of link up with him through his brother Laney, who I signed my first deal with.
Okay, cool.
And I was introduced to Laney through a guy named Vaughn at the time.
Wow.
Through Vaughn and another friend of mine. Now I'm drawing a blank right now.
Okay.
But we were all just kind of like around each other, and over the years, me and Tricky kind of got closer. It actually wasn't even a relationship that me and Trick had. It just ended up that way.
Right.
It was just me and his brother kind of making records, and his brother actually gave me my first placement, which was on B2K. It was a song called Everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So from there, it just built from there, y'all relationship, and y'all just
Yeah, I
in the
kind of
studio.
left that situation and kind of went and did my own stuff, and then we kind of just met in the middle of that.
Okay.
So
Okay. Now, is it true it only took y'all 8 days to do the Love Hate album?
yeah, like 8 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you already have the songs written out, ready to go, or it was just kind of like y'all was going off the feeling?
No, because until I did Bed for Jay Holiday, I didn't even think about doing an album for myself, period.
Right.
It was only because Bed was doing so good and people reacted to it so well, I felt like that part of R&B was missing.
Right.
But I knew I was a hybrid. I knew I wasn't just an R&B. I grew up
Right.
in more of a hip-hop culture.
Right.
So I knew I was a hybrid. And even though I could do R&B records because I'm a writer, that wasn't like my forte thing, you know. So when I did Bed, that kind of just sent the signal back to me that people enjoyed it. So I just created this, this artist, platform for myself, and which helped me and Trick out because we were able to showcase more music than we would normally be able to do on
Right.
other artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just from there, it just seems like the hits just started rolling. Umbrella to
Kicking them out the door.
kicking them out the door, man. What's your biggest song to this date, man? Like that
Wow.
one big check
They
that
all-
came in, you
no,
was like,
man,
oh.
They all do different things, man. And that's what's great about publishing. I try to tell people to make sure they keep their publishing, because that's one of the most vital parts of the music business,
Right.
like, and one of the parts that still makes a lot of money. And so you just never know, like at one point it was Single Ladies, then it went back to Umbrella, and
Right.
then next thing you know, you get a sync and it's Baby by Justin Bieber,
Right.
and then I think Givenchy called to use Flawless on a show that they have in Paris. Oh, yesterday they had a show in Paris that they were using the song on, and those are sync fees and different fees for just licensing the record. So you
Right.
don't know, it's just over a lifetime.
Right.
It's not like one of those things, it hits and then it's gone.
Right.
Publishing is forever.
Right. So that's real. So make sure you get your publishing, get your situation together. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely want to
So
own your publishing.
there's a rumor that you're working on Jay-Z's and Beyonce's album together, collaborative record. I don't know if you can release any information on that. I know how that is. He's giving you that look right there. But if you were to do a collaborative record, who would you do it with? Like, who would you do an album with?
Me and Pusha T have been working on the record, and actually trying to put a tour together behind it, rap versus R&B. And the records stem from our relationship from working on his albums in the past,
Right,
where it was
right.
just hooks and stuff that I had did and just sent to him, and we collab in such a great way from a sonic standpoint, but just from our perception
Right.
of life. Period.
Right.
He comes from Virginia, from the dope game, but you see all these clothes on him as stuff that I like with it, if it's Celine, or whatever it is that we're talking about. So it's the grace in which we think about things and trying to be fancy in that type of a way. But
Right.
when you come from where we come from, it's a certain perspective and mentality that comes with that. So we click real well because of that. And because of that, we just decided to kind of like do like a 10-song album.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's dope, man. So Pusha T, Dream, got a
Yeah.
title yet? Just
Oh yeah,
no
I can't
title?
get
Can't get that
a
out there.
title
Okay,
yet.
all right. We gonna focus on what's going on now, and that's the Crown EP.
Crown
Now,
EP. It's a double EP.
Double
It's the
EP,
first
right?
half of it,
Crown
yeah.
is the first one, then
Yeah,
Jewel.
Jewel, yeah,
Okay,
Crown
so
Jewel.
what's the difference? Like, how is
Crown,
that?
Crown is more essential, classic R&B,
Okay.
dream stuff. It's what I would do, but at this particular point in my life.
Okay.
Jewel is more of those records that you would normally, it would be like Right Side of My Brain on my second
Right,
album.
okay.
Which that song was there, but I didn't give you 6 of them.
Okay.
So on on the Jewel EP, I just tried to give you 6 of those other records I would normally give away. So if it
Wow.
was a record like Holy Grail that I had given to Jay and Justin Timberlake, it would be a record that I would keep for myself.
Okay. How does that process? You just sit there and be like, I'm gonna keep this, or how does that process go? You just
Well, I'm a writer first, so I try to make sure that, like my best idea of a great time is when everybody's winning something for
Right.
something that I had something to do with, not
Right.
not for myself. And I think it's just a writer's thing, because I was a writer first and I was an artist second.
Right.
And so now to jump in the mode of trying to be an artist and just stay in that place to at least deliver these records full blown out like I do for everybody else is different for me. But it's not a picking thing, because I think I have my perspective and I know what perspectives, Beyonce, I wouldn't write Single Ladies for myself.
Right.
So I know
Right,
what her
right,
perspective
right.
is.
Most definitely, most
So,
definitely.
yeah.
So that's what's up. So what do you feel is missing in R&B right now? I mean, I know it's
Love.
love.
That's about it.
That's it.
Yeah, I think love and just a certain amount of maturity.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean you have to be old to be mature about
Right.
it. It's just, it is what it is. When Marvin Gaye was doing this thing, like,
Right.
I don't think my mom looked at Marvin Gaye like, oh, I think he's old or he's young. He was just talking real grown folk
Right.
shit,
I feel like because there's certain records, they're great R&B records, but they just get pushed off to the urban AC side because they just feel like
Well, some
it's
of
too
it
slow
actually
or-
belongs on Urban AC.
Yeah, some of them do,
No,
but
yeah,
I mean,
but no, there's
you know.
there's definitely a level between both of the two. I did this new record called Fruition that I have out now that's
Mhm.
playing in Atlanta a lot,
Mhm.
and it's R&B, but it's certain things about the production element that make it not that.
Okay.
So you have to find out the salt and sweet in both
Right.
things. You can't just do and lean it all the way to that side.
Oh, gotcha.
Or at least I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So if I sing this melody and these songs and the lyrics are catered towards a certain place in R&B, the track probably won't sound like that. So it's a bunch of reverse snares and certain
Right.
things in it that keeps it youthful,
Okay. I
in
gotcha.
a way. So it's just about having both things in one record.
That sound.
Mhm.
Okay. Now it seems like you conquered. Well, it doesn't seem like you've done R&B, pop, hip hop. Have you thought about venturing to different other genres like country, gospel? think you can do songs
I'm
like
kinda,
that?
I'm kind of over the music part of it and just
Okay.
trying to get over into the film aspect.
Okay.
To try to, because now without as many videos as it would be, the songs that I write typically, if you think about it, they're more visual
Right.
than anything. If you take a song like Fancy, I never made a video for it because it probably deserved like a 30-minute movie. It wasn't a budget to do that with. So
Right.
instead of me messing the song up and then doing a video that just sucked, I just rather just wait for that. Even if it's a movie that puts the song in the movie, I'd rather wait for it. So for me, I think more film stuff and more time that I can create over a certain amount of time, because trying to squish something that I'm thinking or saying into 3 minutes and 30 seconds it's already hard enough to do, So yeah, I'm kind of like over that part of it. So if a genre comes up, it'll be because Garth Brooks called and he says, "Yo, I love this song," and then that's how it'll happen. I won't chase over to another genre.
I feel you. And those movie checks is nice, man. Scoring those. Scoring those
I
soundtracks
just
and
did
them.
one for Beyond the Lights.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Went awesome. Went
Yeah.
great. Yeah, we
Okay.
turned a movie star into a singer. So that was interesting.
Is that a hard process?
It's a hard process.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but she was a real good worker, man. Google, she was really, really good, and she was down for it. So
Right.
so she did it, man. Kudos to her.
That's what's up. And how's Beyonce in the studio? Is she easy to work with? Because I know some artists, you have to really kind of pull it out of them. Is she more of like just you throw it up there and she can just slam
Yeah,
dunk
she's
it?
the easiest to me. I mean,
Okay.
And we got this Virgo thing, so we're kind of like reading each other's minds most of
Right.
the time. So we kind of know what we're doing.
That's what's up.
You know,
So March 31st, Crown
Crown
drops, and then we'll expect Jewel
June
later
9th.
on. June 9th.
June
Oh,
9th.
got a date for
On
that
Jewel,
too. Okay.
yeah.
All right. And the singles out there right now. That's mine.
That's my
Featuring
ish.
the West Side homie.
Yes, sir.
T.I.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
got some records together,
Grove
man.
Park Elementary alumni.
Oh, y'all went to the same school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got a lot of records together, man. Y'all just been
So,
working.
you know,
All right. Just getting nothing to do it. Get in the studio and do it.
Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, man, meet me at the studio. That's it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. All right. Anything else in the future we can expect from you after the EPs or artists you're working with?
Yeah, me and my production partner Tricky is dropping an album called Gods of Analog.
Okay.
Is that I have a Contra Paris soundtrack, which is the new label, the art label that we formed. And just go to contraparis.com and look me up at the King Dream.
One bit of
Instagram.
advice that you can give to up and coming songwriters who are trying to get to that level.
Write what you feel. The bullish is almost at the end.
There you have it.
There it is.
Appreciate you rocking with me, brother.
That's all good.
Most definitely,
I mean-
man. Make sure y'all get that EP, Crown, March 31st. It's going to be on iTunes and
Yes,
anywhere
of
you can
course.
get your music. Also, you can download that. That's My, the single, featuring T.I. It's going crazy right now. And Fruition. Fruition's out there, too, as well.
Fruition.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Fruition.
so you trying to be fruititious? I don't know what that means, but it don't sound like it's
Fruition.
gonna work out too good with you.
It's lunchtime. I ain't ate nothing yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate you rocking with me. Oh, give them your social media. How can they follow you?
Yeah, just
Instagram?
the King Dream.
King's Dream.
Everything.
All right, and I appreciate you coming down rocking
All
with me,
right,
man.
thank you
Most
so much,
definitely,
brother.
man.
All right.
Once again, your main man DJ Cashflow, the Dream.
Yeah. West Side. Shout out West Side.